would give you.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning to everybody. How you doing? Come on, man. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, my friends all over the world. How are you? Let me turn this garbage off. I don't even know how I got that on. I'm supposed to be listening to programs, courses, study, education, driven to the riven, driven to my destiny. How you doing? How's everybody going? Where you going? What are you doing? How you getting there? Does it matter? Probably not. What matters, man, is are you driven? How do you find that fuel, that refuel, that reboot? How do you reboot when you lose it? You know, I've had to reboot so many times, reboot so many times in my life. It's been amazing. I wish I could tell every one of you hello from Amsterdam and Denver and Miami and Los Angeles and Belgium and Germany. But I can't look at my phone right now because I'm driving because I'm driven, because I'm going to my destiny. Hope everybody's doing well wherever you are today. The Caribbeans or the Carolinas, Dallas or Denver or Denmark, Germany or Gastonia, India's in the house, man, or Indiana. Wherever you are today, let's all take a moment. Let's all take a moment. Ben Carson tried to do that the other night. That didn't work. Let's take a moment and acknowledge our greatness, okay? You are great. Don't deny it. You're fighting it. Quit fighting it. It's like getting a Ferrari and riding the brake. You are greatness. Do not fight it. And what you want to do, dude, quit fighting it, man. You got to be driven. You got to reboot. Every day you got to reboot like your computer. Hey, what am I doing? Where am I going? What do I like to do? What don't I like to do? What are habits I need to give up? What are new habits I need to start? Who do I need to call today? Who do I need to be around? Who do I need to give up? Who do I need to not talk to? Right? So like when you reboot your computer, reboot your computer, some programs that I don't need that program anymore. That doesn't need to be open. I'm not looking at that today. Reboot, baby. It's reboot time. It's driven to my destiny. Throughout my life, oh, by the way, maybe I should introduce myself, or in some of your cases, reintroduce myself. I'd like to reintroduce myself. My name's Grant Cardone, New York Times best-selling author, 5 books, 2 more coming out. I'm working on Obsessed today to finish it, and then I'm working on my real estate book. I've written 12 best-selling programs that are audio versions and or videos that have sold tens of thousands of copies most people don't know about. I also own a real estate company with about $500 million in holdings. And I'm a self-made entrepreneur. Started with nothing, so I know and I know for sure, actually, I don't believe, anybody can make it. Anybody. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you got. I mean, you got to be willing to hustle, and you got to be willing to pay the price, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you got to be willing to give up. Man. Not quite perfect, but it's looking pretty good today, huh? The real estate book isn't out right now, so don't even look for it. It's not out there. So look, here's the deal, okay? Anybody can make it. Doesn't matter who you are. You don't need money. If you got 5 cents, you can make it. If you got 0 cents, it doesn't matter. Your creativity, your persistence, your commitment are worth more than money. How you value yourself is worth more than money, okay? If you don't quit, you can make it. I don't care where you live, how bad it is. I mean, I grew up in America, so it would appear that I had, I had it better than a guy that maybe lives in India. But the reality is, I was living in the wealthiest country in the world, and I had nothing. Not only did I not have money, I didn't even have my self-esteem. I weighed 146 pounds on a good day, and my My friends were all liabilities. I was a liability to myself. People say, man, don't go in debt. Most people are in debt and they don't have any. They're in debt because they don't believe in themselves anymore. They're in debt because they got the wrong friends. They're in debt because they got the wrong habits. You know, you got people spending $3 and $4 on cigarettes every day. That's more than most people make in the whole world. So if you have no bad habits and you just got a bunch of friends that are losers, dude, that's a serious liability. So what I do to reboot, okay, this is about rebooting. One of the chapters in my book, Obsessed, is about how do I reboot and find my freaking juice again, my purpose, my obsession, the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, why I'm here. How do you reboot and find that? I had to reboot at 25, 31, 40, 45, 51, and now I reboot every day. Now I know how to do this thing. I'm figuring out how to reboot. See, let's say a guy's broke and he doesn't have any money and he goes out and he wins a lottery, and now all of a sudden he's got I don't know, a couple $100,000 or $1 million. How do you reboot now? Well, in the beginning, he's going to be really excited because he's going to go out and start spending money, buying cars and homes and furniture and showing off and partying and celebrating. And now he's going to join the club. But dude, what's the purpose? Sooner or later, you cannot buy your purpose. It is impossible to buy a purpose. You have to find your purpose. And once you find it, you got to reboot it, refuel it, refocus it. Because you mature, you keep maturing. It's like flying a plane, right? I got to keep navigating the changes in that destination, right? I'm going to keep making small calibrations along the way so I can get where I'm going. Once I get where I'm going, plane lands, I get off the plane, I'm there, that's accomplished. How do I reboot? For the meeting. The meeting's over. It was successful. I got to reboot again, dude. Okay? You make $100 million. You look around, man, I got $100 million. What am I going to do now? You got to reboot. You can only play golf so long. That's why so many people go freaking nuts when their career's over. You know, the guy's running a major corporation. He's in the news every day. Everybody's talking about how brilliant he was. Stock value goes up. He does great. Packs away bunches of money. Unbelievable. He's 62 years old. Boom, he goes crazy after he retires. Why? Because there's no purpose. Dude, you got to reboot, man. You got to reboot, baby. Who am I? What am I doing? What would get me excited every day? What would I do every day if nobody paid me? Okay? If my life depended on it, if my health depended on me being happy, freaking jacked every day, I went to the doctor. You have a terminal disease. Is there a cure? Yes, there is a cure. You must be excited every day. Oh, shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do, man? Let me in. Okay? What am I going to do to be excited every day? Your only cure is to be excited every day. What would you do? See, these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Man, I'm 57 years old. I'm more excited today than I have ever been in my career. The only thing I'm a little worried about is running out of time now. Like, damn, am I going to run out of time? Come on. So your game's got to be big. I don't know what big means to you. I'm pulling over right now so I can talk to you. I don't know what big means to you, but it needs to be big enough to where you're freaking jacked, where you run through walls, right? Where you'll take and do the hard, difficult stuff. You'll do the streams. Like you'll do whatever you need to do. If you're an introvert, you're like, I don't care if I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. I'm going to do what I'm uncomfortable doing because I love this so much. So look, my goal, my mission is my purpose, right? And the reason you guys see me hustle so much and give so much, and whether it's a stream or a video or you see me, doing something on TV or radio or traveling across the country, and you're like, why does this guy do all this stuff when clearly he doesn't need to do it anymore? Why, man? See, what's your why? What's your purpose? You know, what is it? What is it that gets you so excited that you're like, I don't care if anybody pays me, dude, I'm doing this. 80% of what I do for free. The other 20% pays. So what are you going to do? What lifestyle is so compelling to you? So compelling that you're going to sell your spouse on it, your kids on it, and you're gonna make sacrifices for it, okay? Because look, there's gonna be sacrifices. You got to give something up. So that's why when I do a reboot, I'm like, what am I giving up today? What am I willing to give up today, okay? What am I willing to give up? What am I willing to pay the price? What am I willing to surrender? What am I willing to do? What am I willing to fight for? To get what I need to do. So I'm freaking jacked. Okay? So ask yourself this question. What would you do if your life depended? If your life depended. Man, that's a big bus right there. If your life depended on you being freaking jacked up every day, you run through walls and that was the only way to save your life, what would you do? You guys keep ready.